You are now suspected of disorderly conduct. I need you to present me with your ID, please.
This is the turning point. The rights debate just crossed into criminal territory. Police demand ID on camera. Does he comply or stand his ground? Stick around to see how one answer flips the entire encounter.
Sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to step outside the supervisor.
No, I think it's legal to record in here.
No, it's not, sir. It says even on the door.
I'll wait for your supervisor.
Okay.
It has to be backed by a law. You just can put up a sign that says I can't record.
Okay.
All right.
I have new book test.
Sure.
It has to be a state statute behind it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That phone needs to go off. No recording in the building. Off and out. Tim, Juan, Jojo.
Can I get your name?
Outside the building.
Can I get your name?
Yes.
Yeah, you said? Okay. Give me 1 second.
Are you the supervisor?
So you want to go to jail?
Do I want to go to jail
Yeah.
for recording in a public
Yeah.
building?
I'm calling the police. He won't stop recording.
Okay. Maybe the police can explain it.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Hey, how we doing?
Good. What's your name and your badge number?
Officer Connolly, start.
Nice to meet you.
Today, we are going to watch a classic public access standoff ignite in seconds. A visitor insists he can legally record. Staff snap back that filming's banned and threaten to call police. The kicker isn't the sign on the wall, it's whether a sign equals law. When "I'm calling the police" drops, the tone hardens, and the room pivots from routine to confrontation, setting stakes that will echo through every minute that follows.
And are you the only one here?
I am.
Okay. So I'm not sure why they called you.
Okay. Well, the sign says no photography or any text that's allowed.
You're the car
Yes,
driver.
I do understand that, but this is just a sign. So this sign has to be backed by a statute. It has to be backed by law.
Okay.
Because members of the public have the right to live in public buildings and record. It's been established in court.
You're talking about your First Amendment, I understand.
Yes, exactly. It's my First Amendment to do what I'm doing. So, but whatever reason you think, because the Secretary of State put up a sign here, that bars the members of the public from recording, but he doesn't have the authority to do that. Yeah. So if you can explain to them that I have the right to be in here and record. I mean, I'm not.
Do you want him trespass from the building? Do you want him trespass from the building?
Yes. Trespass him,
Okay.
and he's not allowed to be inside the state
They are allowed
building.
to trespass you from the building.
From a public building?
Yes.
Okay, do you understand that they can't do that unless I commit a crime? You can't trespass
Okay.
members of the public from a
I
public
understand
space
what you're trying to
unless
teach
they've
me.
broken
However,
the law. I'm not trying to teach you anything.
You're saying that you're causing a disturbance.
What disturbance am I causing? Just simply being in here recording is not causing a disturbance.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Taking personal information out of people.
Okay, I'll show you something really quickly. That might help you.
We're gonna kill this one, sir.
This is why we do what we do to change things like this.
Okay, so
All right.
you're interrupting the flow of regular.
I wasn't. I'm not interrupting anything.
Okay.
All right. I'm not in anybody's way. I'm not preventing anybody from carrying out their business here
Do
today.
you have?
You need to take me off of that film. You hear me?
I see the disturbance you're creating.
Sir, him reacting to me is not me creating a disturbance. That's him creating a disturbance. Him reacting to me, I never engaged him. So he reacted to me. That
This is
doesn't.
a flow of business.
Okay.
You're now.
Okay, I'm not in the way.
Okay, can you take him outside?
Please.
'Cause he's in
Okay,
the-
he'll be violating my rights, and that'll be a lawsuit.
Guys,
All right.
let's do it. Do me a favor. Everybody that's not here, go in that door.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want. Right?
Thank you, appreciate it.
I'll come talk to you. This gentleman wants an audience. We don't want to provide that for him, so please go into that door and let my partner come talk.
Okay. Do you want me to read this to you? It doesn't matter.
You too, sir.
Okay. Well, I would hope you would uphold my right here today to do what I'm doing.
Am I not doing that at all right now?
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But I want them to know that I'm able to do it. If you can explain to them that I'm able to be here and record.
5-2.
The officer arrives to a tug of war over authority. The filmer argues a sign isn't a statute. Staff push for trespass from a public building. He frames it as a First Amendment test, not a scene. Tension sharpens as employees cite disturbance. While he counters that filming isn't disruption, the officer tries to control the space, moving bystanders and signaling this is no longer a policy chat. It's becoming an enforcement moment.
Is there another unit coming here? We need another unit to come here.
I just want to document matters of public interest. That's why I'm here.
I gave you my name and badge number. I'm guessing you're gonna refuse to give me your name now?
Not right now. Depending on how it goes. Wait, depending on how it goes, I might introduce myself to you at the end of the day. So don't prejudge me yet. Don't prejudge me. When we finish, depending on how it
See,
goes.
it's strange how you can demand something from me, but when I ask you politely for something,
No, I'm not demanding.
you said name and badge number as soon as I open the door.
Yes, but that's your.
Because what?
Because you're required to do that.
Because
You're a public employee, right?
Exactly.
You're required to identify yourself to the members of the public.
It's a First Amendment activist.
Okay.
I
want
would
him out of the building.
I wouldn't-
took away his audience.
I wouldn't describe.
Thanks for everybody's name and badge number for us. They want to trespass in public building.
May I have your name and your badge number, sir?
Yep.
No?
What's going on, sir?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are
May I
you?
have your name and your badge number?
Yeah, George is 559.
Nice to meet you. What about you, sir? I appreciate it. Thank
How you
you.
doing?
I'm great. I'm just here to document matters of public interest, and they told me that I couldn't be and record.
There were multiple people that were upset that he was recording them while they were doing transactions of the deal.
You know everything is have been recorded, so I would advise you to make sure what you're saying is accurate.
The guy that just said, please don't record me when I'm doing the
Yeah, but he's in public. There's no expectation of privacy in public. He can ask me to stop recording him in public.
Sure, they
Right.
would post signage asking the photography
And I was explaining to him that there is a sign here, but this sign needs to be backed up by a statute.
More uniforms, more scrutiny. The camera locks on badge numbers as the visitor doubles down. Every restriction needs legal backing. Staff stress posted rules. He insists government can't curtail rights with paper alone. This is the pivot from principle to process. Identity checks, who's in charge, who can order what. The debate narrows to legitimacy. Does workplace policy override public access when the lens stays in public view?
You can just put up a sign to tell me not to do what I have the right to do. I have a First Amendment right to be here and document my activity here today. So if you stop me from doing that, you're violating my First Amendment right. Right? So yes, there is a sign. Anybody can put up a sign here. I can put up a sign here that says no red shirts. Are you gonna abide by that? It's not backed up by law. Right?
Sure.
Every sign has to be backed up by law. It has to be a statute on it. You just can put up a sign. I don't care if the Secretary of State put it up himself. It's as good as the paper it's on. It has to be backed up by law. So this is just to prevent me from doing what I'm doing here right now. And this is part of why we do what we do, to break down these barriers,
Sure.
to give the public access to the government.
Here's the thing,
Right?
when you start arguing with people,
I am not.
then you start getting into territory where
Listen.
it's like, now it's disturbing the peace
Listen,
kind of things.
I-
No,
okay.
listen.
I'll let you speak.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, that is, I think, probably why we ended up here.
Okay.
So that's where we're at.
Okay. Everything was recorded.
Yeah, that's,
I
that's fine.
can play it back for you later. I walked in here. I never disturbed anyone. The lady came out. The first thing she said was, "Turn that off and get out of here." Didn't even ask me why I was here and what I was doing. Right. So if there was any confrontation, it wasn't on my part. All I was doing was standing here and recording, and they told me that I couldn't do what I have the right to do. So
Were you
I
inside of here?
was standing right there. I was standing right here, just past the door. And then when he told me that he was calling the police, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait for you guys. I don't want to disrupt business. I'm gonna stand here peacefully and wait for you. I could have walked in there, as I have the right to do, but I'm not here to disrupt business. So I stood here and waited for you guys.
Okay, cool.
So right,
Who were you talking to inside?
it was a lady. I think she's one of the supervisors.
Was it this lady
Yeah,
here?
that lady there.
Okay.
Yeah, she was the one that told me to get out.
Okay, give us 1 second.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
The narrative tilts to disturbance. The filmer says everything is documented and he hasn't interfered. The officer steps away to confer. An unmistakable sign the dispute has escalated. Claims and counterclaims pile up. Who started it? Who reacted? What's merely uncomfortable versus unlawful? The room breathes, but the stakes rise. If disturbance sticks, filming becomes secondary to conduct, and that's where consequences live.
Can I have her name?
Her name's on her.
Yeah, but she wouldn't tell me what her name is.
So the reason that they don't allow recording in here is
Okay.
because people are coming here with
Private information.
correct, like sensitive documents.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why they ask that you don't record inside. I'm sure you wouldn't want somebody recording your.
Yeah, but I
documents,
haven't recorded anybody's information.
I know, but
at
that's the reason why they don't allow it in here.
Right.
So
But
at this time, they're asking you to leave.
okay.
We are here asking you to leave.
Okay.
If you refuse to leave,
Okay.
you are going to be cited for trespassing.
Cited for trespassing.
Correct.
Okay. And then after that, if I still choose to be here after I'm cited, what's going to happen? Because you can trespass me from a public place where I have the right to be.
So we can trust you from a public place. You are welcome to be here until something happens and you are asked to leave by an administrator of this facility.
Okay, and then what? Why? So why am I being trespassed?
Because they don't want you recording in here. They've asked that you don't record in here. You're continuing to record.
They don't have that authority. This is my First Amendment right.
Correct, but
Yeah.
people are feeling disturbed. They're disturbing.
If you're welcome to record from the parking lot.
Okay, just because they're uncomfortable doesn't mean I'm being disorderly. Their feelings do not trump my right to be in here and record. Okay, it doesn't.
So let
Right.
me ask you this. Because I don't want you to be cited for trespass.
Okay,
Why are we continuing this?
because I want them to know that I have the right to be here and do what I'm doing without them asking me to get out of a building where I have the right to be.
I know, but what's the ultimate goal here?
The ultimate goal
Yes.
is for them to be educated. It's for them to understand that any member of the public has the right to come in here and record and observe their public employees in the course of their duties.
Privacy concerns take center stage. Staff cite sensitive documents and the risk of capturing private data. Officers formally ask him to leave. He frames his purpose as civic, educating officials on public recording rights. The conflict crystallizes. Operational privacy versus public oversight. One side points to vulnerable transactions. The other warns that discomfort isn't a legal veto. The bridge between them is narrowing, and trespass is now on the table.
Right? So, because the first thing she told me when I walked in was, shut it up and get out. And she doesn't have that authority to tell me to do that. So I want her to understand that she's not able to tell a member of the public to leave a public place where they have the right to be. And observing public employees in the course of their duties, I believe, is a civic duty. It's a civic duty.
However, when you're coming in here, getting up and driving,
Okay.
and being a little confrontational with people could cause them to feel
No.
alarmed and disturbed.
No, I wasn't confrontational. They were confrontational with me.
I know, but right now you're being a little excited.
Yeah, right, because my right is being violated. So, yeah, I don't appreciate that. You're asking me, you're telling me that I have to leave here, that I'm disturbing the peace, which I am not doing. So that's enough reason for me to be a little bit amped up.
Okay.
Right,
All right. Well, we're gonna step out. I'd ask that you mind stepping out with us and.
right. Okay, let me read this to you. This is a U.S.
Okay, I'm asking
appeals
you
court
to
decision.
step outside, 'cause we're gonna step outside.
And if I don't step outside, yeah, right. Thank you.
This gentleman's uncomfortable, just so you know.
At the end of the day, sir, I just want them educated.
Sure.
I just want them educated.
But I don't know who you're educating.
The staff, the people that work here. The lady that told me the first words out of her mouth was "shut it off and get out of here." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if she can do that, imagine what else she could do.
Can I see your ID, sir?
My ID?
Yes.
Why do you need my ID?
We're making contact with you. I'd like to.
Oh, I don't know. Unless I've committed a crime, I don't have to show you my ID. I don't have any obligation to identify myself to you unless I commit a crime.
What's your name?
I'm not going to give you that either. It's the same as giving you my ID.
Okay.
Right. I have no obligation to identify myself to you.
All right.
If you suspect me of a crime, then we can go from there.
So we got a bunch of people here.
Okay.
They feel alarmed and disturbed.
Okay. I hear you.
I understand.
The encounter moves outside, and the temperature rises. Officers request ID. He declines absent a specific crime. The crux becomes procedural. Do complaints plus discomfort equal reasonable suspicion? He emphasizes the line, rights don't require introductions. This is where many audits turn. The leap from policy friction to potential enforcement, hinging on whether refusal to identify can ride shotgun with an undefined offense.
What you're trying to do here.
Okay.
Okay. And they called us here.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I understand what you're doing, but you have to understand too. We have to do our job.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
And
ask
what's
you-
your job? Your job is to uphold my right. You swore an oath to the Constitution.
All right, sir. So
Yeah.
based on what's been going on here, there are now customers here
Okay.
who are advising us that they're being alarmed and disturbed by your presence. Therefore, you are now suspected of disorderly conduct. I need you to Present me with your ID, please.
So somebody complaining that I'm exercising my constitutional right is me causing a disturbance. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying on camera?
Yes.
Okay.
It's multiple people, not just one person.
Okay, but you do understand that. Let me show you this. This might help
Right now,
you.
I'm asking you for your identification.
Well, I don't have my ID on me.
What's
Yeah.
your name?
The only way I'm going to identify myself is if you articulate what crime I've committed.
Disorderly conduct.
Okay, in which way?
You are disturbing this gentleman's peace.
Disturbing his peace.
Yes, and he's alarmed and disturbed by your behavior. And
Just recording.
well, we're now beyond recording. Now we're getting in.
So what did I do to disturb his peace? My lawyer needs to know that. What did I do to
You heard him yelling at us. That's why I asked you to turn around, which you did. But he's still yelling and just.
So I'm the reason why he's yelling. I'm making him yell. I can control what he does. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, you could control it because he wouldn't yell if you turned the video off.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I believe that.
The
Like-
Secretary of State, I just spoke with him.
Yeah.
Secretary of State Sergeant advised me that there's sensitive documents being passed around, including social security numbers,
Okay.
driver's license numbers, things that people don't want shared in the public, which
Okay.
is why they have those signs. And
Okay.
they do. The Secretary
Well,
of
I'm
State
just-
is en route.
Yeah.
Let me
Okay.
talk
Yeah,
first
okay.
before you read up your speech. Okay. They're en route, and they said that they do have a statute that falls under, and if you're not
Okay,
going to
okay.
abide by
No,
it,
I need to see it. Remember what I said when I first walked in here? Show me the statute. If there's a statute behind it, I don't break the law. If that's a law, I will leave. I don't break
right
the law.
now, the law they're suggesting you broke is disorderly conduct, which
Okay.
I advised you when I first came here
Okay.
that you were disrupting the orderly business of this
It's-
establishment.
Everything is recorded. That's fine. This is a U.S. appeals court.
The officers announce suspicion of disorderly conduct and demand identification. He challenges the basis is filming plus others' reactions, the disturbance, or is reaction not the filmer's responsibility? The exchange sharpens into causation. Would the crowd be calm if the lens were down? It's a risky metric because it lets the loudest objections steer the standard. Both sides now speak to the camera as much as to each other.
Ruling. Simons versus United States, 390 U.S. 377, 1968.
Constitutional law.
Wait. The claim and exercise of a constitutional right cannot be converted into a crime. A denial of them would be a denial of due process law.
You're not being arrested
Right.
for recording.
Okay?
That's what you're missing.
This time
Right, but-
You're being investigated for disorderly conduct.
Okay, so
That's a criminal law.
okay.
That's not constitutional.
Okay,
What you're claiming is constitutional with the video camera. Okay, so
right,
be it.
right.
We'll let Secretary of State handle that part.
Okay.
What we're telling you is we're here for the criminal part, which is the disorderly conduct.
Okay,
The gentleman out here has said multiple times he's came up here and told you to stop recording him.
okay.
All right, and every time you swing the camera, he's feeling that he's violated.
So you understand?
I mean, I know it's funny for you. but it's
No,
not
no,
funny
no.
for
The
him.
reason it's funny is he has no expectation of privacy in public. He's in public. If I was at his house or his property, it's different. He's in public. No one has an expectation of privacy in public,
He's
though.
here where he's presenting sensitive documents that he doesn't want on camera, and which is why the Secretary of State has these signs saying, "Please no recording."
Okay, and do you also know that just capturing sensitive information on camera is not a crime? What is a crime is what you do with that information. Just simply capturing it on camera is not a crime whatsoever.
So, but now you be in
Right.
possession of information.
That is still not a crime. It's if I use that information and do something illegal, then it becomes a crime. But simply capturing stuff. What? Look around. There's a bunch of cameras here. There's a bunch of cameras here, right?
These are under the control of the Secretary of State and the State of Illinois.
Which I can FOIA it. I can get those footage.
And
Any
which
member of the
time
public can.
Any sensitive information would be redacted.
Okay, right. But first of all, no one here has a proof that I've recorded anyone's information.
Case law meets command. Presence. He cites precedent that exercising constitutional rights can't be criminalized. Officers counter that they're addressing conduct, not content. Privacy risks and posted notices re-enter, while he argues that mere capture isn't misuse and ambient security cameras record anyway. The gulf remains. Institutional risk management versus public documentation, with the legal fight shifting from theory toward immediate compliance.
And like I said, even if I inadvertently captured anything on camera, that's not a crime in itself. What's a crime is if I use that information.
What we're doing now is you're sidetracking us. I'm looking for your identification.
Okay, well, I don't have my ID on
Okay,
me.
well then my partner's going to grab your name, your birthday, your address,
And-
your phone number. And if you refuse, then
Okay,
because I
you-
know
right.
that was going to be your next
Okay,
question, right?
yes.
Your next, you refuse to present these documents, you will now be obstructing an investigation.
Okay.
So again, now I go back and ask you, what is your end goal here?
My end goal is when I first walked in here, right? Like I said, the first thing she said was shut the camera off and get out. So my goal here is to educate. Is to educate public employees that the members of the public have the right to be in public and document the activities of their public employees, right? Turner versus Driver is a U.S. Circuit Court or U.S. Appeals Court ruling that says that members of the public have the right to record public officials in the course of their duties,
Okay.
right? And that's what I'm doing here.
But you're also recording people,
Right.
citizens
People
who
in-
have an expectation of privacy.
People in public. That's what you don't understand. People in public.
Where they're passing.
Okay, it's no different from me being outside recording. It's no different. You know, it's the only thing that restricts my right to do what I'm doing is time, place, and manner. Those are the only three things that restrict my right to record anywhere in the public. If there was a sign that says this is restricted, do not enter, and if I do that, then that's a crime. But just being in a place that I'm allowed to be in and recording cannot be construed into a
Just so you
crime.
know, I have to tell you from Sergeant Flores, the
Yeah.
Secretary of State Police, badge number 0995.
Okay.
You've been formally trespassed from this establishment.
Formally?
Not coming from me.
Okay.
Sergeant Flores, Secretary of State Police, star number
Oh yeah.
0995.
Okay. I'm not gonna stay here if you tell me I'm trespassed, but I need the formal trespass, and I'm gonna leave
And that comes in its form of a citation.
in the form of a citation.
Yes.
No, the way the trespass law works is you have to tell someone to leave.
Okay, well, Sergeant Flores just told
Okay,
me he's not gonna leave.
then I'll leave.
Okay.
I would leave. All right, then you can deal with my lawyer later.
That's fine.
All right, thanks.
Have a good day.
All right, you too.
The endgame arrives. A Secretary of State sergeant formally trespasses him. He agrees to leave and let lawyers sort the aftermath. He cites additional precedent on filming officials. They hold the line on disorderly conduct and policy enforcement. No courtroom today, just the real-world boundary where rights, rules, and reactions collide. If you found this breakdown valuable like the video, subscribe to the channel and we'll see you in the next video.